This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
The views expressed by guests on this program do not necessarily represent the views of the host or owners of the Doggy Diva show and do not necessarily constitute endorsement of products. Medical information discussed by guests on this program are those of the guests and is only for informational purposes and should not replace medical advice by your local veterinarian professional.
Hi, this is Susan Marie from the Doggy Diva show. Have you ever wondered about the benefits of laser therapy treatment for your pets? Our health and lifestyle contributor Monica Leighton has the latest and a new and convenient way for traveling with your pets. And get a free book from a best-selling pet author. That's what's on our show today. Let's get started.
Hey, did you hear that? What is that? It's the bark heard round the world. The Doggy Diva show. Here's Susan Marie.
Welcome everyone to the Doggy Diva show, the show for animal lovers. I am your host, Susan Marie, and as always, I am joined by my canine co-hosts, the Doggy Divas themselves, Francesca, Coco, and our newest little diva, Miss Olive. Thank you for joining us today as we bring the experts in the pet and animal world right to you. So go grab a cup of coffee and your pet's favorite treat, and we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, and we're here with our pet tip of the week from Monica Leighton. And Monica, I know that on occasion, Miss Olive needs that little extra bit of therapy. So let's talk about that.
Yes, Olive is one of the success stories we've had with laser therapy, as well as, Sophia, our other doggy diva. We've had just ton of patients that have had such great success with the therapy lasers. So I thought it'd be really good to talk about again. So therapy lasers, what do they do? How do they work? So, the one that we use is called a K laser. They're all pretty typically the same thing, just different manufacturers, as far as, the therapy lasers. And how they work is the area that the laser is applied to, and actually it takes all the bad particles in your blood cells. So imagine, your blood cells floating around a nice little red circle, and then you got all these little black jargon in there, and that's all the inflammation, all of the, any kind of infection you may have going on, things of that nature, all the little things that kind of beat on those blood cells to where they don't work as efficiently. So what the laser does is it drops all those particles out of the cell and it pumps in oxygen. So when you oxygenate those cells, they work at an increased rate. They become more efficient and more effective. So you would bring down inflammation. You increase healing time. So things that work extremely well with a laser. Where we use the laser for a lot, in the office, for example, every single spay, neuter, dental, surgical procedure, we laser therapy afterwards. A normal session is generally 3 to 4 minutes per location. So if you just had an incision line, something like that, 3 to 4 minutes, very simple, very easy. The pet feels nothing. You just go over it with the laser wand, and it increases the healing time and takes down the inflammation. So after the dog has any kind of incision line, or, the gums are inflamed after a dental, we always do that post-procedure to bring down any kind of swelling that you can get from having a cut edge or from having, a receding gum from a dental procedure. And it also increases the healing. So they go home happier, in less pain, less inflammation, and back to normal much faster. Another thing that's really great for our laser is ear infections. When our pets get ear infections, you see the redness, and the inside of the ear canal actually swells a little bit, especially if they're scratching at it. But the inflammation makes it harder for some of our therapies to work. So when you go to put a medication in the ear, it doesn't get as far down into the ear canal as it can because of the swelling. So oftentimes when clients come in with ear infections, we'll laser the ear prior to putting medication in or sending medication home with the client, because it can help bring down on inflammation, which in turn makes the discomfort of the dog far less. It makes the medication more effective because it's getting deeper into the canal and it can get in there and work quicker than having to kind of, work its way down through the inflammation. And the main thing is the laser is going to bring comfort. The inflammation is what causes your discomfort and your pain levels. So anytime you can bring that inflammation down, you have a pet that, some of these pets can come in crying from ears, and sometimes, it's very difficult for the owners to even, get us to be able to examine the ears or put anything in the ear canal. So if you can bring down that inflammation and bring down that pain, they're a much easier patient. They don't get those phobias of you not wanting to touch the ears, things of that nature, because they get those because of, bad experiences or not a lot of contact. So if it hurts the next time you go to put something in there, what are they going to do? They're going to react because they're going to, oh my gosh, that hurts. You know what I mean? So they're going to react more. So it's bringing down that inflammation. What we love the laser for, orthopedic issues. The amount of NSAIDs and pain medications that have side effects to our pets that can be alleviated. We've seen firsthand with, putting the laser in place of that. We've had so many pets now that are, geriatric or have had some kind of injury that have stayed off of pain medications completely, thankfully, and due to the laser. A lot of these elder pets, their kidneys, their livers, they're just not at a place to where you want to add in an NSAID that has a side effect of kind of pushing those kidney and livers. So the laser is a very safe and effective pain control mechanism for orthopedic issues. Slip disc, compressed discs in the back, knee joints, legs, muscle tears. All of those things work really well with laser therapy for pain and healing because, again, you're bringing down that inflammation. Now I know, with Sophia, she had, the problems with the mouth, and we were able to, laser the mouth and bring down the inflammation, to make her more comfortable and be able to eat better. It goes with, any kind of procedure that's similar to that. We have pets that come in, we unfortunately had a dog bite case that came in the other day, and the dog had a little wound, and we lasered that because it heals a lot faster with the laser. It increases the healing factor, so it speeds the healing. Infection, when you're on antibiotics and you have an open infection, anything like that, using the laser will dump those bad particles, oxygenate those blood cells, and get them more effective, so that way you can kind of get through things faster and less painless. The only thing that you would not laser is if you had a cancerous lesion. You don't want to, kind of dump particles into the stream when you have a cancerous spot. Besides that, I cannot boast the benefits of lasers. I love the laser myself. I use it on for my allergies. I'll laser behind my ears and the bridge of my nose and stuff. They're great with releasing the sinus pressure. I lasered my daughter's knee earlier because she had fallen and had a swollen knee. I always recommend to our clients, because we have clients come in all the time, and we actually had a client that, she has horses, and she had fallen off her horse, and she had had really bad back issues. And she had gone into her doctor, and she went and saw a chiropractor. They were doing acupuncture for a while, and it wasn't working. And her dog, she had a Doberman, and the dog was accidentally bumped with the back of their car when they were pulling out. They didn't see it, and they have a really big piece of property, and they were backing up, and they just kind of nudged the dog, but it was enough to where it was having a little bit of limping issues. And so the dog had done wonderful on the laser. And she's like, she came in and she goes, "I just want you to laser me, doc," And, so the laser that we have, the K-Laser, and if anybody would like information, it's www.k-laser.com. We told her to go online, and they have the same exact laser. It's not a different machine. It's just different software, for people. And they use it for orthopedic issues, just all over, everything I've mentioned. A lot of ear, nose, and throat doctors have it for allergy issues, things of that nature. But it's a really, really great tool to have. So if you go to that website, which is the www.k-laser.com, you can click on medical, veterinary, orthopedic, and it has a zip code locator, so you can type in your zip code, and it'll give you a listing of doctors in your area that provide that service.
Well, I have to tell you, and the reason this is so important to me personally is a year ago this week actually, we had to rush Olive here because her ears, we had no idea what the matter. She couldn't stop shaking her head. We rushed her down here, and Doc, he lasered her, and he had to put something in her ears. Can you just briefly explain how that works? Because I have since sent a number of people to you from all different places. They're not even close to here. And he has helped by using the laser and by doing that because they have had ear issues with their pets. So, I just think it's phenomenal. So maybe you could just talk about that a little bit.
Yes, I remember when you came in, and then your friend came in as well because she was having some issues getting her ear problems controlled. I know what we used on you guys was actually called an OD pack, and it's a drug that you can put in. And the ear medication market has gotten a lot better. There's a lot of things you can have compounded, as well as stuff that's available just through the distributor. So the pet owner does not have to do as much at home. The reason we like this is, one, you have enough going on in your day-to-day routine, but two, you weaken that bond when your pet is afraid of you and it sees you coming with the ear medication. So like I discussed earlier, we lasered the ears and then we put the medication in, and that medication lasted for 2 weeks. So you had a whole cycle in there. Generally we recheck after that, make sure everything is good. And if we need to do another dose, we can. But with that, you laser the ears, the inflammation comes down. Within a half hour to an hour, those pets are feeling that relief from the laser. You squirt the medication into the ear, so the medication can go further down in as the laser brings the inflammation down, and the pet owner is set. They come back for the recheck, make sure everything is good, but 9 out of 10 times, one dose is really all they needed. It depends, of course, what the ear infection is, whether it's a staph or fungus or bacteria. But there's lots of different things we can use that have a longer duration. And just simply lasering first before we even swab the ear or doing anything is immediately starting to bring down that pain and inflammation. It calms them. It's an easy procedure because they don't feel anything. It's just light. So it's not like the first thing you're doing when you get into the office is sticking something in that dog's ear when that ear is sore, anyway. So, they're just sitting there. It's just, simply being, the light shining over it. It's starting to bring down that pain and inflammation. That way, by the time you get to the medication, it doesn't hurt as much going in. And then it all heals up. The inflammation is gone. You don't have that constant head shaking. You don't have the constant scratching, and you clear up the infection.
Well, and the reason I say this is because all of us that were affected, me and the people that I had sent, all had numerous issues before. And like you said, we were always putting these drops in, and Olive had it for quite a while until it got so bad that her head was shaking. I was afraid it was going to shake off her neck. And that's when we came down here. And I called you and you said, come down, we have something. And knock on wood, whatever this is, she hasn't had a problem since, and it's been a year. So.
Oh, that is great. And this type of the year, I know we talked about, last month was Allergy Awareness Month, and we gave the tips, as far as allergies and things. But this time of the year when things are blooming, when your pet has allergy issues, ear issues always follow. The other time you get a lot of ear issues as well is water. And that's another thing our pets are constantly in over the summer. So I always tell people, when you're getting them out of the pool or getting them out of the bathtub, make sure you put a basic ear flush in there to avoid getting an ear infection with water left into the ear. If you do not have a flush from your veterinarian, you can make some at home with just regular alcohol and white vinegar in a 50-50 solution. You just put it in a little squirt bottle, just put a couple drops into the ear, let them shake it out anytime they're in the pool, at the beach, getting a bath, and it'll dry out the ear so there's not water left in the ear canal, because when you get water left in the ear canal, you can get a Pseudomonas infection, which is really bad overgrowth of black waxy stuff that gets really stinky and smelly, and it's not enjoyable for the pet or the pet owner. But like I said, there's many factors, water in the ear, allergies drive ear infections. A lot of things can kind of do that. An overgrowth of hair in the ear canal, especially with those longer hair breed dogs that, are constantly at the groomers. The groomers should be pulling the ear hair, especially, like poodles, things of that nature. Because when the hair gets too full in the ear, the wax has no place to escape. So it sits in the ear attached to the hair, and it can actually form a plug. So things of that nature, it all works great. We clean up the infection, take the pain down and the inflammation down with the laser, so it heals faster and more effectively and less painful.
Now, let's give out the name of the laser company again. And I also, orthopedically, it has helped her immensely. And my first Diva, Sophia, that was when I first found out about the laser, which helped her immensely. And she had horrible mouth problems. And due to a heart condition, we couldn't do the surgeries. So the laser was literally, I'm going to say it, a lifesaver. So let's give out the information on where the listeners can find out about it.
Yes, they can go online to www.k-laser.com. And like I said, they have the zip code locator. So they have these all over the place. So just type in your zip code, find your closest location. And like I said, the client that got thrown from her horse, she went in and immediately demanded laser after the acupuncture was not working. And she said within a week, she was back on her horse. She was feeling good. Wow. I mean, she had gone through acupuncture for months, and sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't, but that laser was the extra that she needed, to bring down that inflammation because she was having such bad back issues. And we've had multiple clients, go and see, local doctors, and they're just like, how did you hear of us? And they say, oh, my veterinarian sent me to you. And they're like, what? Your doctor didn't send us, but your veterinarian sent us. So yes, no, a lot of our clients who have had such wonderful success on their own pets with the laser, immediately is getting referrals into their own doctors to laser themselves in their joints. And, they've all been so pleased. So it's a great service.
Well, as always, I always say you guys are cutting edge, and I thank you very much. This is a great tip. Thanks, Monica.
Thank you so much. Have a great week.
Hi, Doggy Diva Show listeners. Susan Marie here to take just a half a minute to let you know how much we appreciate your being with us every week to hear great dog tips you can use with your pet, some great stories about rescues, fostering, and some heartwarming stories about second chances for pets who are now in loving forever homes. Be sure to go to our website, thedoggydiva.com, to see pictures of Miss Olive and other dogs we talk about on the show and get to know us a little better. That's thedoggydiva.com, DOGGY. We appreciate your feedback too. Okay, let's get back to the show. Is your pet a snappy snoozer when you travel? Find out next.
I love cleaning the litter box, said no one ever. Luckily, there's World's Best Cat Litter, the litter that promises less mess with less litter. Only World's Best Cat Litter uses the concentrated power of corn to quickly trap odors in tight clumps. And quick clumping means you never have to chisel or scrape the box. Less cleanup with less wasted litter? That's a litter bit amazing. Save $2 on World's Best Cat Litter. Visit www.saveonworldsbest.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. And we are here with Roberta McDowell, and she is the creator of Snappy Snoozers. And this is the time of year when pet parents, such as myself, we're out there traveling around with our pets, and we're looking for that perfect pet bed, just something convenient, easy to travel with, easy to clean, easy for us to just like move around. And I got to tell you, Miss Olive and I, we think we found it, and we found it with Snappy Snoozers. So we wanted to get Roberta on here to tell us about it. Hey, Roberta, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, our pleasure. You got to tell us about yourself, number one, and then tell us about what was your inspiration for the Snappy Snoozer.
Okay, great. So I'm a native from Palm Beach County, Florida. I designed the idea. I came up with the idea because I have two small dogs, one of which is a senior pet. And, I just working two jobs. It was very difficult to provide them with a clean bed at all times, especially when he would have accidents. So I said, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better product on the market. So after doing my research on my own, I couldn't find anything that would serve the purpose of, a quick and easy bed to sterilize. So I just developed the idea. It's a inflatable pet bed. It's made with PVC, so it's extremely durable. It's claw-proof. It is designed with snaps along the sides, to where you can attach and detach a replacement quilt that's washable. So, I developed the idea because there were so many times I would leave my house going to one job from the other, and leaving my pets without a bed, because I had washed it and it was soiled and it wasn't dry in time. So when I developed the Snappy Snoozers, it's designed, it comes in a travel tote, and you get two replacement quilts, the mattress, and you get an inflator and deflator. So, you never have downtime with a soiled bed. You can wipe down the mattress and reattach a clean quilt, and you have a clean bed in less than 2 minutes.
And I have to tell you, it's like such a people are probably sitting out there going, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of this? Because it's such an ingenious idea. For traveling, it comes in its tote. You inflate it so that you don't have to worry. I mean, like we have 3 dogs, and I travel with Olive all the time. So you have your bed, you're lugging the bed, you're lugging the carrier, you're lugging this. It's extremely, very easy to carry around. Plus, it's so sanitary because you could just wipe it down. So if you're staying in places, like if you're at hotels and you're worried about, fleas or anything like that, you could just wipe the whole thing down. It's so easy because then you just snap the cute covers over it.
Yes, that's correct. And also what's great about it is it's all in one. So it can be used indoors, it can be used outdoors, it's waterproof. So usually a lot of the bed manufacturers, what they've done is they've created a bed for each. They have one bed for an indoor use. They have a outdoor bed. They have a waterproof bed. So you're actually investing in 3 different beds, whereas with the Snappy Snoozers, you're investing in one bed that's durable and that's long-lasting.
Well, and another good thing about this, you brought up the claw proof, because cats can use this. I mean, it's like, even for diggers, it's good because it's very durable. The material is very durable. Can you tell us about like the construction of it?
Yeah, so it's an inflatable PVC. I usually demonstrate it with a set of keys. If you scratch the mattress with a set of metal keys,
wow,
it's not going to claw the bed. There's no indentation. It really doesn't do anything or destruct the bed in any way. We don't market it to chewers. I haven't had any problems up until this point, so I don't know. But we usually don't market it to puppies or chewers. But the bed is just all around. It could be used for anything, indoors, outdoors. It's great for travel. A lot of people buy it for camping, for RVs. We've had people buy them for boats, for outdoors, and it's a great all around bed. And it's easy to travel with because, you can deflate it, pack it back up in the travel tote, and you're on your way.
And I think that's part of the convenience. And like you, we live in Florida. We have the lanais. These are perfect for putting your pet out on the lanai, because a lot of the outdoor beds that people have to go outside, they're not comfortable. They're that material that's really not that comfortable to put them outside on, and you don't want to put them on the cement. So this is a perfect thing for if you have like a lanai or a porch, or, a lake house or something like that, if you're just traveling, or even beach, because it's so easy to clean.
Yeah, the beach is great to take, the beds are great to take to the beach, but the construction of the bed and the design of the bed is so unique because the quilt only attaches to the top part.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do take it outdoors, if you have grass or pine needles or even sand or anything of that sort, it's not going to stick to the bottom, whereas a cloth bed, you'll have to be taking pine needles and grass and everything off of the bottom, whereas it's just the inflatable PVC. So it's totally wipeable.
And I think that that's so great because, as I had said earlier, just to keep it clean, just to make sure that you keep it like bug proof and everything, it's so easy to wipe down. Just get a sanitary wipe, just wipe it down. You don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I got to throw it in the washing machine that comes out all bumpy and lumpy. It's very easy. Yeah, it's just very easy to clean down. And then the snappy part, you just snap. It has how many snaps? It snaps all the way. The little cushions snap all the way. The cushion toppers snap.
It snaps all the way on each side of the mattress. But what's great is it comes with two replacement quilts. So you never have downtime. You always have a clean replacement quilt to attach. And we also sell individualized replacement quilts. So if you ever wanted to, change the style or color or, depending upon holiday, seasonal, you have the option to do that as well. So you can kind of customize the bed based on, do you want pink today? Do you want gray? Because we do sell additional replacement quilts as well.
Oh, that's great. Now, I have small pets, but you also have a large size too.
Currently we have 3 sizes. We have the small, and we have it's an oversized medium, so it's between a medium and a large, and then we have an extra large for the bigger breeds, such as Great Danes, Rottweilers, Dobermans.
Wow.
Those are currently on back order, but in stock we have the small and the oversized medium. Cats really love the beds as well.
Yeah, that's good because, for cat lovers out there, I think that's good, and especially where it's claw proof, because they do that kneading, but I think that it's so durable. Yes. They do that little knead,
so
that
funny.
bread
Originally,
thing. Yes.
Exactly. Originally, when I designed the bed, it was strictly, I was designing it with my dogs in mind, and I had all the prototypes sitting around, and I got it in the middle of the night, and I was walking around, and I'm looking, and I'm like, oh my God, all the cats, because I do a lot of cat rescues.
Yeah.
So all the cats were on each bed, and I was like, wow, I'm onto something here. It's not a dog bed, it's a pet bed, because the cats really, really like it.
I think that that's wonderful. And we had just lost our cat, but having cats my whole life, I think that it had been perfect for her. She would have loved it. Yeah, it's in the way it sits, it's kind of like a little princess bed too. So I love the way the bed sits. It has a beautiful look to it. It's I know when you picture inflatable bed, some people go, "Oh, an inflatable bed," but it's not. It has with the cushion and the cover. It's really classy looking. It's a nice looking bed. And I'm telling you, for the summer, it's perfect. As I said, we're talking about travel. We're talking about summer. We're talking about keeping our pets safe, keeping them sanitary, keeping it clean, keeping the fleas, to a minimum, keeping everything to a minimum. I think that this is the perfect sleeper. I really do.
And also to touch on something else, being summer, and obviously we're both in South Florida, and it can be extremely hot. You can always remove the replacement quilt and just have the mattress itself for a cooler design. Yeah. Another thing is when you travel with the bed, you can always bring up additional replacement quilts, so you have a clean quilt for each day.
And that's a good idea.
It's also great and it's also great for pets that suffer from incontinence and joint issues.
See, and I think that that's great because I had an older pet who a rescue that we had, and she had incontinence, and we had to actually put we put like bags inside there, or else we put like what you'd have for people that have incontinence. We put that inside her bed. We had to make a bed cover ourselves. This would be perfect for that because you don't even have to worry about it. It's all the bed is perfect for it, and it's easy to clean. You need easy to sanitize, and the covers themselves are comfortable, and they could be washed, and you could just clean it. You could just transfer a new cover onto it. So it's perfect for senior pets. I think it's not only is it great for little clawers, but it's, the little bread makers, but it's also good, I think, for senior pets, as you talked about with incontinence.
Right, and you also have the ability to, depending upon if you want a firmer mattress, because let's face it, our pets are kind of picky. So some tend to take to a more lush bed, and then some tend to take towards one that's a little bit more firmer. So you have the ability to control the firmness based on how much air you add and remove.
Yeah, that's great. It's total comfort for your pet and total kind of convenience for the pet parent.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Roberta, where can the listeners purchase these? Where can they get them?
Well, you can buy them directly from us on our website, which is www.snappysnoozers.com. And we're also on Amazon.com and Walmart.com.
Oh, that's great. For those that are looking, there are different covers. You could change out different covers. Yeah.
Correct. And our website, even though we're on Walmart and Amazon, from our website, if you purchase directly from us, we have a bigger selection. Not all of the inventory is on Walmart or Amazon. So if you wanted to see exactly what we have as far as a larger selection to pick from, you can go to our website, which is www.snappysnoozers.com.
Well, I have to thank you. I think that I think what you created is wonderful. It's ingenious. And as I said, there's probably a bunch of us pet people out there scratching our heads going, why didn't I think of that? It's wonderful. And it's great for summer. It's great for travel, but it's great for all year. It's perfect for comfort for your pet and convenience for the pet owner. So that's what it's all about. And I thank you. And
thank you so much.
You have a great summer.
All right, you do the same.
Thanks, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Well, she's sitting curled up on my lap as we speak. Beautiful Bella's my long-haired Dachshund. She was thrown out of a pickup truck going 30 miles an hour, and she disappeared into the woods with the wild animals, boars and coyotes. About 4 weeks later, she just appeared, and she was a mess. Her fur was matted. She scratched almost nonstop. My friend suggested that I order this stuff called Dinovite.
DINOVITE.com.
859-428-1000.
She gobbles it up. She has been itch-free ever since, and her fur is gorgeous. Anyone out there who has a rescue dog, start them on a Dinovite diet for at least a 90-day period. They bond better with the people who take good care of them. They are going to be your buddy for a very, very long time.
859-428-1000.
859-428-1000. DINOVITE.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Hey, Doggy Diva Show listeners. Susan Marie and Miss Olive here with big news how you can register to win an autographed book from famous best-selling pet author Lauren Darr. Lauren is the founder of the International Association for Pet Fashion Professionals and, of course, is a best-selling author. The book, Pet Fashion Industry Patterns, combines Lauren's love of animals and fashion and details how this important connection has led her to a profound understanding of both worlds, inspiring and guiding those of us in the pet world to successfully incorporate her unique insight into pet trends and marketing plans. Pet, lifestyle, market, and micro trends, great graphics, fun and informative facts. This is a must-have for anyone in the pet business or if you're just a pet owner. If you want a beautiful coffee table book, this is the book for you. It just shouts bark out. So please go to the Doggy Diva Facebook page or go to our website, www.thedoggydiva.com. That's it for our big pet giveaway of a signed copy of Pet Fashion Industry Patterns. Good luck! We would like to thank our guests this week, and also, as our Doggy Divas always say, please love your pets because they love you unconditionally, and please remember to adopt, foster, spay, neuter, and microchip. And as always, please have a great Diva week, everyone.
That's all for this episode of The Doggy Diva Show. To find out more, go to our website, thedoggydiva.com. Also, find us on our Facebook page, The Doggy Diva Show, and tell your fellow dog lovers about it. Don't miss Susan Marie, Miss Olive, and the Doggy Divas right here for the next episode. See you again soon.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.